Hello, welcome to Learn French with Gabriella. So in this lesson, we're going to continue the vowels. So we saw in the previous lesson just the first category of vowels, which are the classic one, A, E, I, O, U, I. So today we're going to see the second category, which are the vowels with accents. Okay, so what do I mean by accents? Well, in the French language, as you can see on top of each vowel, there could be a little sign. So it's like a bar, like this one, or another bar, like that one, or even like a small hat, or even two dots. So each type of bar has a name, and then the hat has a name, and then the two dots has a name. Okay, so for this lesson, in order not to overload you with a tons of information, we're just gonna go and study the three highlighted in yellow vowel with accents, which are e, a, and a. Okay, so e, a, and a. So all those three are an the vowel but with a little sign on top of them that significantly change the pronunciation of those vowels. Okay, so let's jump in and let's go to the next slide. Before I go on, I just want to say and remind you that there will be more than 25 different types of pronunciations of vowels, classic, vowels with accents, and then combination associations of two vowels. It could be like between 25 and 26, so that's a lot. That's a lot to learn. It's like almost like just an alphabet only for vowels and combination of vowels on top of the regular alphabet. Okay, this is what makes the French language a little bit more difficult to learn. In the French language, they had to separate it at some point from the Latin language. And so what happened is that the linguistics, they start to associate um, letters. So they associated two vowels together and produced one new sound, or they associated a vowel and a consonant, and then they produced also a new sound. And then what happened very rarely, but that also exists, is that they associated two or three consonants, and that is also producing one type of sound. So the challenge in the French language is actually to learn all those different associations and combinations, which can range from very simple to complex. But as soon as you master those, which can be a total of, with the consonants included, a total of maybe 50 different pronunciations and sounds, on top of the alphabet on its own, then as soon as you master this, you can tell yourself that you really can master the reading in French. Okay, so with a regular, steady study, you would be able to actually master all this in a couple of months if you do practice one lesson every day. If you practice one lesson every weekend, then you're gonna this to maybe 4 or 5 months. But it's okay, because what matters in the French language is that whatever you learn, you consolidate and you learn it for life, forever. So even if it takes you like one or two, three times to learn this, as much as time that you need, it's fine, because at the end of the day, what you will learn, you want to make sure that you do not forget that one. And so when you are reading a text in French, therefore you will be starting to actually understand more and more and more often, and then gradually you will begin to understand the pronunciation, like how those two letters are pronounced. And that's how you progress in French. So my tip for you is very, very clear and very, very simple. Always go from the simple vowel with simple accent, learn those simple ones, and then go gradually into more complex. Okay? So, like I said, first category, we've seen that, and those are the classic vowels. Today we are doing the second category, which are the accents in the vowels. So there's a total of, I think it's around 15 different vowels with accents. And so today we're going to do three, the first three major ones. And we're going to start with this one. It's called accent aigu. E. It's the sound E. So the sound E, it's a E plus a bar. And the position of the bar here is very important. It will go from the upper corner, upper right corner, down to the left. Okay, and here are some examples. Bébé, which is baby. L'été, été, the summer. Cassé, broken. Amusé, amused. Passé, okay. Bébé, été, cassé, amusé, passé. So with this second accent, we are diving more into really the deepest level in the French pronunciation, and it's a very refined sound. It's eh, and it has to be like eh, okay? So this is called accent grave compared to the other one, which was accent aigu. Accent aigu is E. This one is E. E. So it's an E plus a bar where the sign of and that bar actually goes from the upper left down to the right. The other one would go from the right to the left. This one goes from the upper left down to the right. It's an E. E. So, for example, rivière. That's river. Rivière. You see, rivière. Air. Okay? Sirène. Sirène. That could be a mermaid or a siren, like the firefighter siren or ambulance. Sirène. Arrière. Back. Not back, the body back, but at the back, like when you look back behind you. Okay? Rivière, sirène, arrière. That's the accent grave. That's the grave accent. Eh. Okay? Now, the third one, and I will stop here, of course, because again, like I said, don't want to overload you. This is the accent circonflexe. Okay, so it's a little hat on top of the E. And why is that? Well, again, like the linguistics, the French linguistics, they really wanted to mark and to emphasize on a particular sound at a certain time or for a certain word. Okay, so this one is actually a combination of the grave and the aigu. Okay, it's like two bars and then join into this little hat. So why? To emphasize really just like a deeper pronunciation. So let me tell you, for example, rêve, même. It's like you prolong a little bit more the sound, okay? It's not like rêve, rêve, même. Okay, now also the reason why they added this letter is that they were some words that were borrowed from Celtic or Latin or non-Roman words. Okay, it could be from German or some other European vocabulary. And for example, the word forest, okay? You can see here forest in English, for example, is ES, okay? Forest. Well, the French, they wanted to borrow that word, so but what they did is they cut off the S and they put a circumflex accent on the E. So it's just like to mark that this was what they wanted to be as um, um, a sort of vowel that will mark a place where the S used to be there, but then the S became silent and eventually the S disappeared. It's like a drop off an S. Okay? Forêt, forêt, forêt. It used to be forest, forest, okay, but they did not want to keep that S, so it began forêt without pronunciation, without pronouncing the S, and then eventually they dropped the S and they put that little hat on top of the. That's the origin. So forêt, okay. So you got different meanings for that specific with hat. Circumflex, okay? Rêve is like to emphasize more and to prolong a little bit more deeper the pronunciation of the rêve même, and forêt, okay? This is where it was, there was an S and it was some type of a silent S and then it dropped. So forêt, okay? So I'm going to wrap up for the lesson today, and thank you for watching. You've learned the second category of vowels with the vowel which are and okay, very subtle difference. It's okay, you'll get used to it. And my bonus for you for today is another sound, which is the association of two vowels, a plus e, ai. A plus e also produces the sound okay, or and it's, for example, je t'aime, okay, je t'aime is the same sound as the accent grave, okay? And je t'aime means I love you. So I want to thank you so much for watching this lesson, and I will see you shortly in the next one. Thank you for watching.